Hey, good morning, my friends. Union Endicott High School. How are you? Awesome. Good. Hey, man, I want to just pop in this morning before a big football game today and after just an incredible afternoon yesterday. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I have to tell you, when I found out that we were doing a Friday afternoon assembly with 1,300 kids in a gymnasium after a pep rally, I was thinking to myself, this is absolutely crazy, man. You can't be serious. I'm not that type of speaker. But I'll tell you what. When I arrived at the school yesterday, I was so impressed. I was impressed walking through the school, kind of looked like a college campus. I was impressed with the beautiful facilities, the awesome school. One of your teachers, I don't want to even embarrass myself to think of her name, but she's got all the tigers in her room. And I kept thinking, man, she's lucky she doesn't have to change classes. I loved how on her door she had all of the athletics write-ups in the papers. And one thing I noticed right away was the great school spirit and the great school morale. You are one of the greatest schools I think I've been to in 20 years, and it was an honor. It was a privilege. It was just, it was a school that really touched my heart. The teachers and the staff, the administration, I really appreciated the honor of coming to speak at your school. And students, I loved your pep rally. I loved the energy. I loved the support for everybody. And I really appreciate you giving me the respect to share my message. And although I was scared, I'll tell you what, I just thought to myself, I'm going to have fun. There'll be a couple people listening. That's what I do. And ultimately, I think quite a few of you listened. How's my friend Seth doing? Seth, I hope you don't ever take off that bracelet. One of the highlights of my day was obviously you guys were just so incredibly respectful, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the sound system. I appreciated that freshman standing up and say, freshmen aren't stupid. Really, dude? I'll never forget you guys. That was fun. Did you see that young lady when I gave her the t-shirt? When she walked across the gym floor and each and every one of you cheered her on. That truly touched my heart. Why can't we do that for everybody? Why can't we just do that every day? You know what she did with that shirt? She went to the other side of the gym and she gave it to another student. I'm probably thinking she didn't like the shirt, but someone said she wanted to do that. And the things we learn from other people sometimes. You know, there's one thing I feel bad that I left you. It's one of the most important parts of my talk. After the loss of my wife's grandpa, yeah, my heart was broken. But I always ask my audience this question, and I want to make sure you hear it. If there was someone in your life that was given less than a month to live, and you could say anything to that person, who would that person be? What would you say? And why haven't you done it? I want to encourage each and every one of you to find those people in your life that you trust and respect and whose opinions you value. Open your heart, lose your ego, and go to them. Because remember what I said, you can ask an 80-year-old man or woman a question, you're going to get a 2-minute answer filled with 60 years of experiences and books they've read, people they've met, jobs they've had, their successes and failures. When you talk about education for life, it's the wisdom and experiences of people that have walked before you. Just as you look at your high school career and you realize that it's the school spirit and school morale that defines your high school years. So it leads me to finalize with this. Union Endicott, you have a football game today. And I hope each and every one of you go out there and play for the love of the game. And you play for each other. The game ain't about you. Your name's on the front of your jersey. You're playing for a legacy of a program that's been around a long time. Two former players square off tomorrow to play in the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. And one of their brothers is one of the top UFC fighters in the world today. You're playing for a lot more than just your name and your reputation. You're playing for a community. You're playing for a school that has a rich tradition. And speaking of that, I loved your foyer leading into the gym. Your maintenance people do a great job of keeping that place clean, immaculate, and those plaques and pictures on the walls, man, it looked beautiful. Young people, I don't want to waste your time anymore, but I just want to simply say thank you for giving me the opportunity to touch your heart. And I'll tell you what, you truly touched my heart. I became a better person yesterday as a result of meeting you, and I hope maybe you became a better person as a result of hearing my message. I will never forget you. And teachers, I want to thank you for the class time that you gave me. And although some of you may have questioned the way I spoke or how I spoke or what I spoke, remember, I wasn't there for you. I was there to give a defining moment to teenagers in a very difficult setting. But ultimately, I think we can all agree on one thing. Your students at Union Endicott High School made your school, made the teachers, made the administration proud. And as a guest coming into your school, I have nothing but incredible things to say about the pride and school spirit of Union Endicott High School. And to my freshmen who stood up and had the courage in front of 1,300 kids to say, freshmen aren't stupid, you are my hero. I loved your confidence. To the seniors that stood up and helped create the morale and spirit, I hope you guys have an awesome senior year. I want you to yell and scream and rock and roll, but I want you to do it while making good choices. And remember my 4 T's. Take time to think. To all the sports teams that was honored yesterday, that was such a privilege and a pleasure to watch, and I hope you enjoy your season. To the cheerleaders, you're all so beautiful. My niece is a cheerleader, and I'm so proud of her. And to the step team, ladies, you were awesome. I loved your energy. I loved your bearing. I loved your composure. I had a great day yesterday, man, and I really appreciated our paths crossing. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.